All right, welcome and good morning. So I wanted to really quickly kind of go over with you the paragraph organizer so you know what to do. So first and foremost, this is a body paragraph on one of the texts. You're going to want to write the text about either the wants overtaking or their needs. I recommend you start with wants because we have way more text about wants. So here, your topic sentence, it should introduce a couple things. One, what text are you talking about? And two, are you talking about their wants being overtaken or about their needs? So in my case, I'm going to use the necklace. And so I'm going to use a necklace because I think that's the most familiar text for most of you, so you kind of know what's going on without me having to give a reminder. So the topic sentence should say the necklace in it, and it should say a little bit of a summary about who I'm talking about and why it answers the prompt. So in this case, I've already written this, so I'm going to just highlight it and make it colorful, and then we'll talk about it. So here, I wrote in the necklace. Now you know what text it is. Madame Loisel, our main character, desires a better life than she has. And as a result, her wants for the finer things end up overtaking her needs. So this is my topic sentence. And notice I said mine, not yours. Please do not use this. That is plagiarism. So please do not use my sentence word for word or any of this paragraph word for word for that matter. Make sure you are writing your own work. So here, I've introduced the text, the character, and that I'm talking about her wants in this paragraph, right? So your reader knows Madame Loisel, the necklace, and its wants. Next comes your evidence, and here's how you know. Do you notice how these are numbered? 1, 3, 2? You cannot write a lead-in before you have evidence. How can you lead in evidence and write an introduction to your evidence if you don't have evidence, right? You can't. So here, I would find some quote from the necklace, and I'm not going to find an exact quote right now. So don't use this quote. It is not a real quote from the necklace, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, it is not a real quote. Definitely not going to be. So I would write something like, and I'm going to actually put in all caps, not a real quote. Do not use before I do this, okay? So don't use the quote. So imaginarily, my quote is something like, this is perfect. Will go with my dress perfectly. Cool. That's not a real quote. And I'm going to write, not a real quote. And imagine page 27. Okay? There's my imaginary quote. Then I would write a lead-in. I would talk about who and what this quote's talking about. So when I say this is perfect, it'll go with my dress perfectly. Wow, that's perfect twice. The question is, who in the world thinks it's perfect? And also, what goes with the dress? What are we talking about? So your lead-in should introduce that. Who's talking? Well, here we definitely know it's got to be Madame Loisel. And what is she talking about? What's perfect? Well, we assume it's the necklace, right? So here I need to introduce what I'm talking about. So Madame Loisel, first of all, why does she need a necklace? Well, it's to go with her dress. Why does she need a dress? Well, it's to go to this ball. So Mademoiselle gets invited to a ball, but she does not have any jewelry to go with it. Okay, that's accurate. This gives some context. Mademoiselle gets invited to a ball, but she doesn't have any jewelry to go with it. That tells me some context for why in the world she's looking at jewelry. So she goes to her friend to look at jewelry, and she says, this is perfect. They'll go with my dress perfectly. Okay, that's my lead-in. My lead-in gives some context to my quote. I'm not going, what in the world is perfect? And what's going with her dress? Why does she have a dress? When you write your lead-in, you need to ask yourself, what do I need my reader to know? I need my reader to know who's talking. I need my reader to know what's happening. My reader needs to understand that we're talking about a necklace and that we're talking about Madame Loisel, not Monsieur Loisel, I think was his name, or the friend whose name I've entirely forgotten right now, whose name I think is Jean is her first name, but I forget. So this needs to introduce who's talking. Okay, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Then comes 4. 4 is your analysis. It is not your summary. Okay, you are not telling me that Mademoiselle gets invited to a ball in your analysis. Okay, that's not what your analysis is. Your analysis is you telling me, hey, here's how this quote shows that Madame Loisel, her wants overtake her needs. Okay, well, how does Madame Loisel's decision to get a necklace overtake her needs? Well, remember, her husband was like, you can wear flowers with your dress. And she was like, no, only poor people wear flowers. Okay. Also, does Madame Loisel pick the standard normal piece of jewelry? No, she picks the most extravagant one. Why? Because she wants everyone at the ball to think she's like the greatest. So my analysis should emphasize that. I should be explaining, hey, Madame Loisel didn't just pick a standard necklace, she picked the most expensive one. And she wouldn't just wear flowers when her husband offered. Okay? So here's how you write an analysis. I need to explain. So I'm going to say, Madame Loisel was offered by her husband to wear flowers with her dress. But she refused because she wanted to be the most desired person at the party. This is further shown when she goes to her friend and chooses the most extravagant necklace her friend has. Madame Loisel does this because she wants to pretend, even for a moment, that she has the rich life that she believes she deserves. Now let's talk about why I did this. My first 2 sentences are actually lead-ups to my real analysis because I'm telling you some background information about Madame Loisel. I'm telling you, she doesn't want to wear flowers because she wants to be desired. Okay? We also see it when she picks the most extravagant necklace, right? What does this tell us? Well, it tells us she wants and wants and wants. Okay? And then I further go with this by saying, Madame Loisel does this because she wants to pretend, even for a moment, that she has the rich life that she believes she deserves. Because remember, she thinks she should be rich. She should have a great life. And so this is my analysis because it explains, how does Madame Loisel wants overtake her needs? Well, here, I'm telling you she wants and she wants and she wants and she wants big and nice and grand. My next evidence is probably going to be where everything goes downhill, where the necklace gets lost, right? Why? Because then I'm going to lead into, well, because she chose the most extravagant necklace, as we said in evidence 1, in evidence 2, she loses it. And then she has nothing. Her wants of everything extravagant end up resulting in her losing everything she had because she has to have her husband work 2 jobs and she now they fire the maid, so she has to clean and all of those things. So this would be my second piece of evidence, would be all about how she loses things and how her needs end up having to become overtaken because her want to be extravagant when she loses the necklace tells me that her wants overtook her needs. And so that's where this would go if I was writing my paragraph. And so I hope that this kind of helped you, especially in understanding lead-ins and analysis and what you're supposed to do with them. So if you are still lost after this and you're like, hang on, I'm confused, please, while you're writing today, ask me for help. Ask me to look at your lead-ins or your analysis. Remember that your lead-in introduces who and what is talking, and your analysis introduces and explains how does it show that someone's wants overtake their needs. And if you hear rolling in the background, I'm very sorry, that happens to be Tater Tot playing.